Hey guys, and welcome to FOXHOUND Podcast number 16 with me, Gene, F9 O'Shea, or Jeff.
What's up, lads? How are
Yeah.
things?
October Rust, or Seth, because for some reason we're just fucking ignoring full names now, we're just going first name basis.
What's going on, boys?
Kevin Wavy 13, or Young Kevin.
Well,
I can't believe that name stuck.
what is part of the change? Yeah, I don't know. It seems pretty funny.
Well, to be fair, I told the part that under any circumstances, if you PM'd him to change the name, for him to change it to a different name. The name for him to change it to, if you ask him to, is I'm Susan Boyle in real life.
Yeah, to be fair.
You know what? Let's PM him now just to change it. 'Cause
Okay, and finally, Recef, or Yusuf.
Hello.
Yeah. Who's one of our new members who will be talking
Yeah. We'll move on to that next. First topic, FOXHOUND News. So we got fucking shitloads of new members, man. Like Jeff. Who've we got, man?
Well, we have Mr. Machine Head, of course. We have Psycho. We have Rizev. We had Webby for a short time, but he's gone.
Yeah, Webby, when did he was just like, yo, safe guys, and he brought all the conversation proper deep in the tavern, and then he's like, yo, I don't want to be here anymore, and he just did
Yeah, pretty much. And on other news, of course, we had a great surprise lately when we got Blue Blob back.
Yeah,
which was nice.
Yeah, young Blue
and
Blob.
Revik and Stace in, and we got a hold of Dreadar gone, so that's all great news.
Yeah.
We had a couple of cuts as well for members. Who did we lose? I don't even remember, but fuck them.
If you ain't gonna be on this forum, boy, you ain't part of our clan.
Apart from that, though, we're doing pretty well. We're steady. Our form activities off the charts, especially in the tavern.
Yeah.
We won a couple of. Oh yeah, Jesus! I'm gonna get killed for this. I completely forgot about him. We have another new member, Clem 201101.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Clem. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I'm really sorry about that.
Was Clem a new member though? Since oh yeah, he was, because we did a podcast and then we fucking scrapped it, didn't we? So yeah, Clem's a new member as well.
We did get a chance to add him, but yeah, and he actually won new member.
You remember, yeah.
Best new member, and I won Member of the Year myself, and we won a couple of awards.
Yeah, you just had to plug that in though, didn't you? It's like, well, you know, boys, I won Member of the Year, yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I have to drop it.
Thank you all for the votes.
Drop it in there. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no, like.
I made 10 or 12 alternate accounts so that I could vote for myself. On a separate note, I am calling out Tokugawa because there's no way that they're ahead of us every single month in activity, because I never see any of them online except CIA and Jazz.
Oh shit, man!
Yeah.
5 minutes of the podcast, we're already slagging off on the rogues. I'm loving this. Yeah, fuck you, Tokugawa, and you, Desperados, man. Best org, my arse.
I told you, they got the fucking packet sniffer and they're intercepting traffic.
They've got that going on. I mean, they're always... I reckon that they've got Departed in some kind of a sweet spot. No, they must have dirty pictures of him or something incriminating.
Yeah.
It's always like, and again, Tokugawa is top of the pile.
Yeah. PM
every month. Right, the four of them that are online, is it?
Departed, if you don't want the forum to see these pictures of your 4-inch pecker, then you're going to bake us top org. And he's like, so, straight away, top org, Tokugawa.
Is your first name Chicken, seeing as your middle name is Kiev?
What?
Disclaimer, Departed, we actually love you. Please keep bumping up our stats.
Yes, definitely. Completely fucked up.
Yeah, in other FOXHOUND news.
I know, honestly though, if we were going to pick, I'm not throwing out the eggs, Ryan, because I don't really know all the admins, but if we're going to pick the admins of the ones that are online all the time and actually contribute, then
Then-
The Departed's the soundest.
Pricey, you are the one.
Oh man.
Actually, do you guys know Pricey? Like, that's proper old forum, like, gossip. I think Russ does, but I don't know about you, like, three.
I've come across Pricey a few times, but I haven't actually interacted with him myself.
Yeah. Fair enough. But, like,
I've
in
come across Reflux a few times as well, but again, same thing.
yeah, pretty much. Like, it's only, like, Downtown Departed, like, running the forum for the most part. Like, Reflux pops in every now and again, like, yo, safe, I've altered the code. And they were like, yeah, cool, man. But that's about it.
Yeah, but for being fair, Departed like I don't know, Adam Sandler and Dante's.
He's Adam Sandler.
I am the law. I am the law. Oh man.
But yeah,
Oh, I'm in so much shit.
other Foxhound news, we finally, like, relaunched our YouTube channel for, like, the 5th time. And this one's going to stay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. What happened was that we relaunched it and lost the login. Then relaunched it and lost the login. Then relaunched it, and even though he left, he lost the login. And now we have a new channel, so I think that we should probably get it as a tattoo.
Yeah, like this one I've actually launched myself, so like I've saved all that shit, so it should be pretty gravy. So, you know what I mean? Like, subscribe, Foxhound Entertainment, you know what I mean? Like, give us all that dollar.
And just so you know, lads, for the awards this year, there is going to be some videos. Like before, they did some Gangnam Style and stuff, but there is going to be some new videos.
Yeah,
and
we will actually make like an effort with this channel, like not like the other 5.
Messing, you're going to see a 6'8" man twerking for the video in a pair of Wellingtons.
Anyway,
I'm even willing to wear a mankini if I can find one big enough. I'll just try to find a giant slingshot and use that.
And if all else fails, we'll just have you know, some long-haired American guy, just like, you know what I mean, cruising around on his bike with some cool music in the background.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, definitely not you, mate. Don't worry.
We're definitely not talking about you. We're talking about that guy that goes around to old abandoned houses and eats bats.
Like a shit Ozzy Osbourne.
Like an Ozzy Osbourne that hasn't taken as many drugs. Alright, Sharon, yeah, fucking Jenny's the best, isn't she, Sharon, yeah.
Anyway, like, moving on, we're gonna move on to some like forum talk, and we mentioned it briefly just, but like the MGSF awards for 2016, like we won 2 awards. Like, Jeff won Member of the Year. Like, congrats, man. Then
Cheers, man.
our Clem won Best Newcomer of the Year, so congrats to him as well. But like, what was your guys' general reaction to the results?
I immediately screamed, "This was rigged."
Fair enough. Why?
I thought it went how I thought it was going to go. I knew Balesticala was going to win no at all because
Sure, he always wins.
he always wins it. Seriously.
Yeah, but the dude's been arguing about stuff for like 2 years now, and he hasn't given up.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I mean, that's what made me laugh about Raul. I mean, Balesticala's is bad. Raul actually made a post before. Forgot that it was him that made the post because it was quoted and it didn't have his name in the quote. So he then quoted himself and argued with us. That takes brains.
It's really dumb.
That's why I think that the entire forum would shut down if Balesticala and The Departed had a discussion about Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, no, that would go on for years.
It would literally go on for years. And if you actually took the time to copy and paste all their posts, you literally make a trilogy of novels from the amount of writing.
Yeah, it's right.
Here's what I don't get. I don't know how you can debate over the color of Big Boss's socks for 2 years and then people go, oh, well, he's clearly knowledgeable in MGS lore. Let's give him these awards.
That's what makes me laugh. Like, and Raoul made me laugh the most. No, that can't be, none of that. No, the reason that Big Boss's socks are green is because Venom's socks are green, and they're the one guy. The
And Venom
meta,
comes from
the novel,
snakes.
and
Snakes.
the interview that I can't link. That's proof.
I fully agree with you.
Oh, no,
MGS
because-
know it all of the year. F9 O'Shea.
Well, no, because you
Yeah, I
see,
agree.
some snakes are green, and snakes go in the grass, which is also green.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually,
Snakes.
I can't tell if you guys are just joking about these socks or if you guys are serious right now.
Oh no, we're deadly
We're
serious.
serious.
All I'm saying is, I'm surprised that Ballast and Roll didn't argue about the type of box that Mr. Tony was going to make a 3D printout of Meryl's pussy from. That's not authentic. No, that's not. No. That's not what the script says.
You guys can all sit there and bash Joe, but you can't sit there and tell me you wouldn't buy a replica of Melville's vag.
Kevin doesn't need to. He already has Alexia, the pocket pussy.
Fucking
Remember?
Alexia, man. Yeah, just to put some context into this, I bought an Amazon Echo the other day, and I was like, yeah, this is sick, man. I was telling Jeff about it, and Kevin Parks was like, oh, yeah, Alexia is really good. He was like, who the fuck's Alexia? Like, we know Alexa, like the Amazon assistant, but who the fuck's Alexia? But we come to the conclusion that Alexia is Kev's pocket pussy. So.
Yeah.
His other pocket pussy then is a hole in his pocket. He likes to play pocket soccer and get sent off for handball.
Whatever gets you going, man.
Oh man, I'm turned on by everything. Seriously, you should see me outside morgues. Oh yeah.
When I was in high school, there was this kid in detention. He got caught doing that while in detention. Like, he had a big hole in his pocket, had his hand in there, and was going to town.
Yeah.
People were like, what's this guy doing? He got sent to the principal.
Oh, man. I rate him 100%. Like, fair play to him. You gotta do something in
That's
detention.
fair play.
That
That's
shit's
the right
boring
talk.
as fuck,
Seriously.
like.
Fucking
He
fair
should
play.
just whip it out and ask the teachers that it tastes weird.
Mrs. Smith, could you have a taste on this, please? It doesn't taste right to me.
I need you to take it for a test drive.
Well, at least he doesn't have to face what poor Kevin faces. Kevin is the only person in the entire history of going to school that has to wear a cap, and it's mandatory. Because if he takes his cap off, fire drills happen.
Kev was a victim of Kick a Ginger Day.
Kev was a victim of child alcohol syndrome.
Kev's something else, man. I maintain the theory that he was manufactured in a laboratory to see kind of how far they could push the human body before it cracks.
Yeah, I think he was too. And I think Don French and a batch of Terry's Chocolate Orange fell into it too.
It's probably about right.
Only because it's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The lipstick.
So lads, Max Payne's strike is still going on anyway.
Yeah, talking about the forum. Yeah, Max Payne's strike continues. Like he went on strike like when before Christmas because he didn't have a
Around
purple
October,
name.
I'd say, was it?
It's what?
I think around October he went on strike over
Yeah.
the username.
It could well have been. To be fair, I know it was before Christmas, so I can't remember the exact date. But yeah, he's.
But you got to admire his principles, though. I'm going on complete strike. I'm just playing the Mafia game.
Is he still playing the Mafia game?
Yeah, that's where he's posting. Yeah, I'm on complete strike, lads. I'm not going to post a single thing except in the Mafia game.
So just so we fully understand this, his strike was incited by the fact that he lost his purple name.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a fucking woman.
I thought that. I
You know
honestly
what's
thought
hilarious? Oh, sorry. No,
That
go on.
right. I thought he went on strike because someone said that Mass Effect was better than Dragon Age. That's what I thought for like 2 months.
No.
No.
Take it up.
No, he just cried over that.
Yeah, because we all know that he would have argued for 2 months about that.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say it must be killing him not to go and talk in Metal Gear Solid sections.
It must be hard for him not to argue.
Yeah, all he's able to do is add likes and dislikes. That must be so tough. Seriously.
What he does when he starts feeling overwhelmed with the frustration is he just zips around on his carpet to the nearest area with internet and he blogs.
You know what's funny though, lads? Do you know what's funny? I was only talking to the party about this recently, I think. Do you remember the competition for making a character?
Yeah.
Like competition 11.
Yeah.
I got second place in that, right? And I got to pick a coloured username. You all know what I'm going to do, don't we? I'm just going to have a purple username.
I'll be like, hey Max, how do you like my new username?
Or just put underneath it instead of what I have, just put underneath it. I can see it now, Max.
He might not be able to see anyway because his stream is blank.
I mean, no, what a retarded.
Oh yeah, Jeff, tell the story about Aragorn's blank screen.
That was one of the funniest nights of all time. He was streaming for like the only time I've ever seen him stream, and he was on PS4, and he had basically, because his stream quality was so bad because it was a wire hanger connected to a dial-up from 1985 and a washing machine spinning it. He had no picture, so it was just the four symbols for the buttons. So I just literally went in there, and all I said for a good 45 minutes was, yeah, Max, your screen's black there. And he just kept saying, yes, I know. I know you know, but do you know that your screen's black? I know my fucking screen is black. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
Jeff, was I there that
day? You know that your screen's black, don't you? I just kept doing it over and over again to the point where he quit the stream, in utter frustration, went into org chat, tagged me, called me every name under the sun, and then left for about 2 days because I responded back with, geez, that's a bit harsh over a black screen.
Jeff, I think I was there for that one, was I? Because I remember
You were there for it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the simplest thing, all I kept saying was, Jesus, must be very hard, yeah. Do you see like that? Is that why you have such a hard time? Are you playing with a Braille controller? Is that what's happening here? That makes no shit.
He went at me as well. He started calling me a fucking cunt and all this, like, I wetting myself.
I mean,
Oh no, it was just so funny because he started cursing in his own language then, and because he did that then, of course, I decided to take that off as well. Ishme.
He should have just responded with like something in Gaelic.
Yeah, I should have actually. Yeah,
Just kept
I
saying.
threw in a little dig at the end as well, and I said I better screen all my posts from Kuwait.
Actually, here's a new topic that I've added in just right off the bat: swearing in Gaelic. Jeff, tell us some swear words in Irish.
Oh, cack is one.
What you say, Kev?
Cack isn't cack one. Cack's word for shit. Man.
Yeah, but we use cack over in England though.
Well,
Kev, you're actually for real, yeah?
Never mind. I'm gonna go run now.
Hey, what's running going to do? You made the mistake with your mouth. How is running going to help?
Yeah,
Because he can run off into the bog where he can hide in shame.
Exactly. You know where I'm going.
Well, the Irish word for fuck is actually still fuck, so
yeah,
all you really do is change the words around it. Like, for instance, you'd say fuck a mock,
yeah.
would mean fuck off.
Yeah, fair enough.
What's the Irish word
Fuck
for
a
sex?
mock.
Nash, is it or something?
So there we go to your listeners. Fuck a mock. I say fuck off in Irish. use it with caution.
Dolig fuck too fain. Dolig fuck too fain, which means go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm liking these. But yeah, again, use it with caution because Jeff will tell you
exactly.
the Irish
use them in every pub. Use this one when you walk up to a big guy. It's the Vaher Frekun.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Your mother's a whore.
Hey, Jeff, what's the Irish word for retard then? Or is there one?
Kevin.
I'm just seriously.
It's queefine.
Oh, Kevin, at the end of the day, tá dodger four Corum Grana. Anyone? Jeez, I thought you were learning fucking Irish, you cunts.
I don't know Irish, man. Like
I said his sister's fair ugly.
But how is his sister like curvy? Is she pretty fit or is she fair ugly, as Jeff says?
I don't actually have a sister, so.
Oh well, how about your mother?
Well.
What? She finally move in with Ben?
I told you I don't have a sister.
I wish, man. To be fair, like I have crippling depression, so.
That's shame.
Well, look, if you want to say something to Kevin, Ben, that's going to hit home, right? Because it's true. I'm gonna tell you what to say now, but I'm gonna say it slow. Beyond the Vaher.
Beyond the
Alon the Beyond the Vaher, Alon the Bod.
Right. Okay, what does this mean?
It means his mother takes a shitload of cock.
Hey, dude, I'm barely keeping up with all these accents, and you guys are adding words that I've never heard before now. So this is gonna get difficult now.
Well, I'm speaking in off Gaeilge Irish at the moment. There's no point in trying to explain Irish to you because I'll give you a gist of it, right?
Hey man,
It's
I already
different than how it's written to how it sounds and how it's spelt.
Yeah, I already know two languages, so I don't need to learn a third now.
It's written all over the place. It can be backwards, it can be forwards, and even though I'm speaking this version of Irish, there's actually 4 dialects of Irish in this country that are different. Then there's Scots Gaelic from Scotland, which is another form of it. And then there's Ancient Irish as well.
Which is even more different, but yeah.
And I can speak all of them. Yeah, because I had nothing better to do.
Also, if he spoke like that in Ulster, they wouldn't even know what the fuck he was saying because dialect is so different.
Yeah, well, Kev, I mean, that just shows how retarded you are because all the way through school, from primary to secondary to college, Irish is a mandatory subject that we learn from top to bottom because it's our first language, and you can't speak it properly, so you're retarded.
Listen, you have a better use of the Irish language than I do, alright? Nobody around me speaks it. There's no point.
You're in Meath. I guarantee you there's people there that speak it. It's just that they take one look at you and go, well, lads, he's obviously got brain injuries, so there's no...
Resev, you said you spoke 2 languages. Like, what's the second language you speak?
I just speak English and Arabic, I guess.
Arabic, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, new one. Tell us how to swear in Arabic.
Swear in Arabic. Okay, so we got 2 common ones, at least in Kuwait. So you got when you say kasummak means your mother's vagina.
Yeah.
And when you say gawad, which actually kind of translates to a fucking pimp, which I don't know how that became a swear word, but these are the 2 common ones.
Fair enough. So we got FOXHOUND Podcast.
I want all of you to walk in. Yeah, I want all of you to walk into your nearest kebab shop, walk up to the guy serving and say, Gandu.
I just want Resev right with me constantly
watch him
just
swarm.
to insult people. Like.
Well, you see, Gandu means fuck you in their language, but it roughly translates to "I want to fuck you." So he's going to be looking at you going, oh no, maybe. I mean, he does have a dank beard.
Reference to old Gene there.
So no, yeah, I've kind of completely lost track of what we were going to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, we moved on to forum talk, and then we introduced like swearing in different languages. So we'll move on to gaming chat and what we've been playing. I mean, I've been playing a lot of For Honor recently, which is a pretty decent game to be fair, like online.
Yeah, how's your multiplayer connection?
Say again, man.
I said, how's the multiplayer connection? Is it laggy or anything?
It depends a lot, to be fair, because it's player-to-player servers, so
Yeah,
it depends.
That's why
on,
I was there.
on-
Issues.
on
Well,
their
to be fair,
connection.
Kevin, I mean, his internet connection doesn't require his mother to run across the roof with an aerial.
Yeah, I mean, I found minimal issues with my connection to games. I mean, I've had to quit out a few times because it was either laggy or because it straight up kicked me out saying I'd lost connection. But generally, it's
fine.
pretty dank,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, it's a fun game. Like you can play as knights, samurai, or Vikings.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
It is a good game.
Combat was very fluid from what I saw.
Not better than Ghost Recon Wildlands, anyway.
I literally just downloaded the beta for that. I haven't played it yet, but I'm waiting for that to download. But
the best way to describe Ghost Recon is if you just want to play a game that's just a bit of fun, that you're not to take too seriously, then it's a great game.
yeah,
But if you want a Ghost Recon experience,
it's not a Ghost
nothing
Recon
like it.
experience.
I mean
Nothing like it.
that's similar to For Honor. To be fair, like you literally just drop in every now and again, and you kill a few people and you die a few times, and
It's more just something that you have fun with friends in. It's not. I don't think it's a serious game because, like, I mean, if you like Just Cause, you'll like Wildlands because Wildlands is so much like Just Cause. It's crazy.
yeah,
It's like Just Cause met the Division and had a child.
yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the
That's
Division
basically-
for the most part. I mean, it annoyed me
Yeah, I thought that's
a few
alright.
times when like I was shooting guys in the head and they're like, yeah, well, that's knocked off more HP, but it hasn't killed me. It's like, yo, I just shot you in the face, man.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not playing with friends, it becomes a case of might as well just get something to eat and come back to it because it's going to take an hour to take this bullish sponge's HP down.
Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed For Honor, because I mean, I mentioned kind of earlier, like I'm into like all three kind of factions. I like the Vikings, Knights, and the Samurai. I pick Samurai as my main faction, but like I kind of play as all the different characters. But it's a good game. I mean, like the duel, it's like when it's 1-on-1. It's like a fighting game, but it's a lot slower, so it's not kind of as reliant on your internet, if that makes sense. So I mean, I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know if any of you ever played the PvP and Ninja Gaiden 3.
I never have, no.
It's kind of like that, just not as fast. What I will say when you're playing 1v1, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, For Honor's really good, like I have to admit.
Yeah, I mean,
Recently,
fully enjoyed
I've
the
been
game.
playing a lot of. I'm in the Sea of Thieves Alpha. I've been playing a lot of that. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And mostly playing some indie games and stuff lately because they're great crack. Especially Rise and Shine. I can't wait for Cuphead, actually.
Cuphead, yeah.
Never even heard of them.
I played that all the way back in 2015, and I'm surprised it still didn't come out yet.
Yeah, it's going to be epic. I'm really looking forward to Horizon Zero Dawn and the new Zelda as well, though.
Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn looks absolutely beast anyway.
Yeah,
So,
to be fair,
really
I've been
does.
meaning to pick that up for a while, but I just haven't got around to it, sort of thing. It does look quite a fun game.
Did anyone see any gameplay trailers for Mass Effect Andromeda? No.
Yeah.
I still have to get a new controller for my PS4, actually.
did you read Smash the other one or?
No, for some reason I don't know why. The triangle and the X buttons just don't work. I've opened it up, I've checked it, everything's perfectly fine, but they just won't work. So I literally have to connect by using the Xbox One S Bluetooth wireless controller and connecting onto the Xbox by that, but it doesn't work 100% with the games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just need to get a new controller. It just randomly happened out of nowhere. I was just playing one day, and all of a sudden, I think I was playing The Last of Us. I hadn't played it in a while, and I was playing on Grounded, and just stopped working. The triangle and the X button. The X button more in particular because I needed to sign in and whatever else.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that my right stick was fucked once with one of those controllers. I was trying to look up, it would just go down randomly.
Yeah, the
They're
analog.
fucking pricey enough as well, I'll tell you, those controllers.
Yeah, like 40 quid.
Well, they're more here. They're €60 here.
Oh man, that is quite peak.
That's ridiculous. And even if I think there's only one wired controller that you can get for it. I was thinking about getting a wired controller because I'm sick of having to charge the the DS4. And even the fucking wired controller is 45 quid.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking squalor, to be fair.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking of just getting a modded controller to fuck for the PS4. Much better than the Wii. Anyway.
I was thinking of getting one of those pro controllers, the ones that you can customize and shit. I think they made one for it, haven't they? I know that they were talking about making one recently, or was the one released or something? I can't remember exactly.
No, they are making a pro controller for the PS4. I think I saw one. It's not official though. I don't think it's official.
Even I'd get over that as long as it's decent, because I have the Elite Pro controller for the Xbox One, and I fucking love it.
That's the one I use. Like I have the Elite Xbox One controller, and I got an adapter that lets me use the Xbox controller on the PS4, and that's what I'm doing for the past year.
Yeah, it's brilliant, especially that you can move the shoulder buttons to the back of the controller, which I think is way handier.
I'd rather have a Xbox One controller for the PS4 or an Xbox One design controller for the PS4 because I think they're way better than the fucking DualShock 4 controllers altogether because they fucking break too much, those DS4s.
No, the DualShock 4 is a great controller. It's just that their battery life is bad and their durability is bad. Yeah. They're not very good. Like, I mean, if you drop them at all, they're fucked. Like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I agree about the charging of the DS4 because it is pretty fucking shit. Like you get about an hour or two out of gameplay before it's going at you. Yeah. Like durability wise, I can't complain. Like I constantly drop mine on the floor. I've fucking lobbed mine against the wall a few times because gamer rage. You know what I'm saying?
You're lucky then. You're lucky, so because I that was my second DS4 that I had. The first one, it fell from the window to the floor, which is not even 3 feet. Yeah. Well, I suppose it would be about 3 feet, and it's completely fucked.
Savage, man. I mean, I don't know if I told you guys, I was playing Ferrari the other day, and I was getting fucking killed, man. And I can kind of have sympathy if it's against another player, because I'm thinking, yeah, fair play, that they've got a good skill. But against losing a computer, it pisses me off, man. I don't like losing against the AI. So I was playing, I was getting fucking hammered by this AI. I fucking lobbed my controller, like, it hit my TV. And next thing is I'm paying 300 quid for a new TV. But
that's bad enough. I had to go to a dentist. You want to hear a good one? I had to go to a dentist before because I got so mad that I bit my controller and broke a tooth.
Yeah, I mean, like, going back to what I was saying, I like throwing this controller at my TV. Like, the controller is perfectly fine. Like, I'm still using it today, but my TV was absolutely fucked. So I had to pay for a new one. But it's you know, you take your rough with your smooth because I broke my TV, but now I've got a better TV. Yeah, you know what I mean. So.
Well, yeah, I suppose that is a plus. Well, for me, the reason that I prefer the Xbox controller is because I'm a bigger guy. I have quite big hands,
Yeah.
so the DS4 just feels tiny in my hands when I'm playing with it.
Yeah.
It really does, like. It's pure dainty. Yeah, fucking. Oh man, PS4 has a serious lineup for fucking this year.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I genuinely am jizzing my pants over The Last of Us 2.
I think I must be one of the only guys ever to like not rate the Last of Us. I played the first
No,
one.
man, it's not for everyone. I mean, everyone's got different preferences. Like, I mean, there's games that I think, like for instance, I get hated on this for this all the time, but I hate The Division.
Yeah.
I, everybody hates that I hate The Division. They can't understand it.
I mean, the Division's one of them. It's a fun game to a point.
But it was fun at first, you see, Ben. What happens is, it's fun at first, and then it becomes a case of, haven't they done this like 45 or 50 times now?
Yeah.
And then it becomes tedious, and then it gets to the point where, oh wow, what's there that's new to do? Let's go to the dark zone. Oh look, let's shoot people. Oh look, there's more shooting of people.
Yeah.
Oh look over there, look, I can shoot. This is great
case.
variety.
Yeah, that's pretty much every Ubisoft game out there, though.
Oh yeah, oh no, I
completely
agree. I mean, I started off like in Rainbow Six Siege as well, but again, after a while, I started to just be like, yeah, I'm kind of sick of this.
I couldn't even.
Oh look, 5v5 in defend versus attack, over and over.
I think that's a lot of the trouble with Ubisoft's like kind of online only games, though. I mean, I do love For Honor, but I mean, it's got a single player, but the single player is a glorified fucking tutorial.
Yeah.
But there's 3 kind of main game modes. Then off that, there's like a couple of extras. Like for death matches, you got like a skirmish and an elimination. On duel, you got duel and brawl, and like you got the Dominion, which is like capture the flag. And I've played all these game modes, and I'm at this point, I'm like, I've played them all. I'm fairly good at them all.
True,
yeah, like kind of what do I do now? Like the story isn't kind of gripping enough to hold your attention more than anything.
In reality, what's happened there is, right, Call of Duty is the reason why games are there the way they are today.
Yeah.
They set the fucking bar, and in some way or another, every single online multiplayer copies the formula.
Yeah.
They mightn't have it identical, but they have the same formula.
Yeah.
Every time.
They always have like
Just
a
few differences. That's why I think I prefer Battlefield, and I've always preferred Battlefield to COD.
I mean,
because at least you have some variety with vehicles and air, going up in the air, and you have an open map.
I mean, I haven't played Battlefield properly since Bad Company. The only other Battlefield game I've played is Battlefield 1, but that was just a Euro game, just like a bit of a taster. But yeah, I mean, the online world is a lot more vast. There's a lot more shit that can go either right for you or wrong for you. Like, there's a lot more variables involved. So, yeah, I know what you're saying.
I think the problem with COD for me is, like, my issue was that COD was great back in Modern Warfare and all that, and they had the right formula, and it was great. And then they kept the same thing up with Black Ops, and it was all good. And then Advanced Warfare came out, and they decided to give exosuits.
Yeah, jetpacks and all that
and
shit.
That literally turned it into Titanfall for me, so I was like, yeah, fuck this.
I mean, Titanfall's a fun game in itself, but, like, the majority of people who have played Call of Duty, like, the old games, like, kind of look at the new ones thinking, like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's so different, like.
Yeah. I mean, it's gone from, like, a World War II shooter to, like, a Modern Warfare shooter to then back to World War Two, to then Vietnam, and then to 80 years in the future, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a bit crazy. And I mean, you look at Black Ops 3 then, and it goes from skirmishes with people to literally killing robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robots.
Infinite Warfare is worse again. Who's even for?
Oh, Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare's turned it into Star Wars.
I mean, it doesn't bother me that a game series changes. I mean, if you look back at Metal Gear, for example, it's gone from a fairly kind of simple storyline, looking at Metal Gear, Metal Gear Solid 1. Then you go to Metal Gear Solid 2, where shit gets a bit wild. Then Metal Gear 3, it's a bit kind of tamer.
Tamer. Yeah, tamer, yeah.
4, it's about the same, and then 5, it goes a bit weird again. But the gameplay itself has changed quite a lot throughout the series, and that's fine as long as it kind of sticks to its sort of roots, if that makes sense. So I think if you're going to change the gameplay too much,
sense, yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to change the gameplay too much, just make a new series. You know what I mean? Same, I feel the same about musicians. If they totally want to change their style, just make a new band. You know what I mean? Don't keep it under the old kind of umbrella. Just make a new band.
You're right, though. I mean, because when you change that much, you're kind of losing your original essence, and what made you unique.
Yeah.
I mean, when you change a COD game like that, people are just going to look at it and go, "This is copying that, and it's copying this." You know, that's probably why I have that problem with Wildlands as well, because I look at Wildlands and then I think, "Oh look, it's Just Cause."
Yeah, I mean, Grow 2 was pretty fucking gritty for the most part. It was quite a good game, but it was quite a hard game. But looking at Wildlands, it just everything's a lot more open. Everything's a lot more
exactly
open to change. Whether it's not just there's a patrol here, do you kill him, do you sneak past? It's a lot different, I suppose. I mean, I haven't played the beta, but I've seen videos of it. I mean, I downloaded the beta this afternoon. I'm just waiting for it to finish off now.
Well, I wouldn't mind it too much, Ben. You see, the problem that I have with it is, it's not just that. It's the fact that if you play the game and you use the controls, it's the same type of generic third-person shooting that was there 10 years ago. It doesn't feel like it's been updated.
Yeah.
I mean, you point and shoot, and it doesn't have any kind of realism to it. There's no proper recoil, and it's got snap aim in it as well.
Right. Okay.
So I mean, it snaps the targets if you're close to them. So I mean, it's just I don't know. It just feels arcade like.
I mean, I don't mind auto aim and snap targeting on console, because let's face it, the controller's a lot easier to aim with precision with than compared to a mouse. But at the same sort of breath, I know what you're saying. It's a lot different to how it used to be.
I think they just need to tweak it a bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
And if anyone had a problem with the emptiness of Phantom Pain, then they shouldn't play Wildlands, because there is so much unused map in the game. It is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Phantom Pain was
quite massive chunks of map where there's literally nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of empty space in Phantom Pain, to be fair. I mean, it was nice in one respect, but in another, it was just doesn't feel like a Metal Gear game where, around the corner there's 3 guards, or, it was a lot different. I think that's why it got a lot of mixed reviews.
The one thing that would have saved it. The one thing that would have saved it is if they'd made one change. There's a shitload of unused area. If they'd made one large-scale base in Africa, you could have even fed it into the story this base is massive. This is going to be where Outer Heaven is.
Yeah, I mean, they had that
huge base, couple of fucking floors up above ground, couple of floors below ground, maybe 7 or 8 floors, and a huge, huge base that has to do with the story, and that you can, go back to on free roam and infiltrate.
Yeah, I mean,
It would have made such a difference.
they're the all-base, didn't they? Which I think was kind of their attempt to do that, but it wasn't quite what we're used to, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck it.
I bet you guys,
I
what
think
have you guys been
a
playing?
Metal Gear Solid 5 is like a what if
Yeah,
game. That's what it is.
yeah. To be fair,
I'm very quiet in here.
yeah. Say like, how about you, the guys? What have you guys been playing?
I said before in chat, but I spend most of the time playing Overwatch right now. Like I have close to 300 hours right now, but I don't think any of you guys actually care about that.
I've played a lot of Overwatch, actually, Rise F, but the problem that I have is that with Overwatch nowadays isn't actually a problem with it. It's the fact that I've no one to play with anymore.
Yeah, that's it's
and
Go ahead.
it's playing with noobs is infuriating in it.
I know what you mean, especially in competitive. Like if you don't have someone,
Yeah,
at least
exactly.
one other person to run with, it gets frustrating.
Seriously, Saoirse, you're going to decide to start playing your piano now?
Show off talents.
Who knows what's going on?
I'm not even messing. It has to be bred into their DNA to pick the exact time when you're doing something to make as much noise and cause as much fucking, I don't know what, to get your attention. Her mother's the
Mayhem.
exact same. If I want to watch a match or something, she'll be like coming in with the Hoover, getting in my face, going in front of me, and I'm like, oh my God, get out of the room!
Pay attention to me.
Yeah. I'm like, seriously, can you not see I'm watching a match? How would you feel if I came in during the soaps and started hoovering? I would be killed if I did that.
Wait, I think it'd go.
Oh, look, Coronation Street's on. Let me start doing push-ups in front of you.
Just get your whole weight set out and just start lifting, man. And she'll be like, yo, what the fuck are you? It's like, yeah, I'm getting swole, I.
So I'm assuming that because of Seth's nature, he's probably off cutting himself now.
Probably,
I'm
yeah.
still here. I'm just taking it all. And
Taking it all? I bet you're taking it all.
that's right. I mean, Ben is here, so how couldn't I?
Well, this is it. Like, you got to take it all in when I'm here.
I heard you're the Jackson Pollock of Tarmacaden.
Since we're
Oh
talking
my God,
about,
I'm gonna break my keyboard in a minute. I'm not even messing.
Talking about shit we've been playing. For me, it's not so much as what I'm playing right now. It's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
What's coming out?
Let me guess. Vampire and Call of Cthulhu.
Well, the fucks on the forum don't know that, and there's some other shit in there too. Like we got the.
Is the other game that you're looking forward to the one that you're starring in, Brutal Legends 2?
See, we got the Dark Souls 3 second DLC coming out at the end of March, and that looks like it's gonna be fucking sick. And then, as you said, anyone that knows me knows that I'm a spooky gay ass goth, so vampire's a must. Same with Call of Cthulhu. And then there's a bunch of other shit that I'm looking forward to, but it's not necessarily at like the top of my list at the moment.
So can I ask you a question after you saying that? Do you get a chubby from watching Vampire Diaries?
I've never watched it.
Oh wow!
I hear it's pretty good.
Too much for you.
I'm into Vampire the Masquerade. I've never watched Vampire Diaries.
Is it true that you once saw a person dressed as a vampire and you got such a boner that it pulled 3 discs out in your back?
If it was a chick, probably.
You were walking around the place like Quasimodo. Can I help you?
How about you, Kev? What have you been playing lately?
I was playing the Crisis games recently on Xbox.
Just a bit of Crisis on the go on.
But no, they're actually I played them a couple of times before, but I just thought I'd play them again for the crack. They're a lot of fun, especially if you're just doing it my way, which is to go around place and just shoot everything you see.
Yeah.
That's the way everyone plays them, no?
The other thing I was playing was Metro last night, which was a lot of fun
They're
as
actually
well.
pretty decent games, the Metro games. They have a good
I
atmosphere.
was gonna play Metro 2033 on like the Redux version of it, because I just want to see what the graphical differences are. But Metro Last Light is a lot of fun. It's a very good cell game as well. Well, it's a decent cell game, but it's a lot of fun anyway.
Actually, lads, seeing as we're talking about Metro, and we haven't brought it up, what's everyone's thoughts on Resident Evil 7?
Oh, it was. I really liked it.
Yeah, I loved it, man. I loved it.
Yeah,
I still love it.
It looks like a very good horror game. Like it's one of the.
I literally loved it so much that I rubbed the case off my helmet.
I mean, I haven't played Resident Evil 7 yet. I mean, I've seen a few videos on YouTube, and it does seem to kind of go back to when Resident Evil was like a survival horror more than an action horror sort of genre.
Yeah, so pre-4.
Yeah. But saying that, I fully rate like Resident Evil 5. I mean, 6 was a bit shit, but 5 was quite fun. Never played 4.
5 was a good game as an action game, but just not as the horror element.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying it now, and I'm saying it because it's a fact. But Shiva is the most handicapped AI I've ever come across in any game in my entire life.
Yeah.
Because all you hear for the entire game is, Chris, I need help. Oh, look, you've moved 2.5 feet and you're nearly dead again.
Yeah, to be fair.
I just wish that they allowed you to kill her. Because if it had been me there and that was real life, I'd have shot her in the face and then teabagged her.
The issues with her made it hard playing through the game like by yourself on professional, since you can get one shot danger by everything. Because she would see a pack of enemies and go, oh hey, I'm gonna run over here with my pistol and get fucking ganked.
Yeah.
Like,
That's alright if you're a cheating cunt like Kevin anyway, and you'll just put on infinite ammo.
Infinite ammo though, it's still fucking impossible with 8.
It doesn't matter, you're still cheating. You suck.
Nah, infinite ammo is the one, man. Like, I played with infinite ammo. It was a lot of fun. But
infinite ammo is fine in games like Grand Theft Auto, but single player games, I think it's just a crutch. It's okay for you though, Ben, because you've got a cool beard, so I accept it.
Well, I mean, I do disagree with Kev on one aspect, is that Resident Evil 5, like, it wasn't impossible with infinite ammo. It was a piece of piss on professional with infinite ammo.
Okay, I shouldn't have said that. But
wow. Well, if it's a piece of piss with infinite ammo, Kev, then that means that you're something wrong.
No, it is a piece of piss. No, it's easy with infinite ammo. It's just Sheva does retarded stuff to get the kill.
I say, especially if you've done that nice 4-hour run through of the game and you got that infinite rocket launcher, like it is the easiest game in the world on professional.
Yeah, it's awesome, alright.
If you have infinite ammo.
As the car park that Kevin was conceived in during the dogging session.
You know, it's not impossible with infinite ammo. It's just Sheva fucking.
It's not impossible for that to be true. Definitely isn't.
No, it's definitely true. I was there. I was one of the guys looking through the window going, yeah, go on, son.
Definitely. Have you not heard his mother's nickname? It's BMX. Village bike. I'm only joking. I'm sure your mother's lovely, Kev.
Lovely in bed.
Hey.
Yeah, if we're talking about things that are gonna come, then what are you guys' thoughts about the Switch then? I mean, it comes out in like 6 days now.
Wait, what?
On what?
The Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
Oh.
I have one pre-ordered. I can't wait for Zelda.
I mean, God.
I'm a Zelda fan, and I'm playing Zelda for the last 25 years. I've played every single Zelda game that's ever existed, and I'm literally going to impregnate my own boxers over this game.
I mean, I'm in two minds over the Switch. I mean, I bought a Wii U thinking, yeah, shit, it's gonna be the dog's bollocks. And it's a pretty sick console in its own right, but the games just aren't there for me. Like, I'm hoping the Switch will kind of like mix it up and like kind of add more games to it other than like, you know, Splatoon, Mario, and fucking the other one, which name escapes me.
Splatoon is serious fun.
Yeah, Splatoon's sick, man. Like, I may just buy a Switch for like Splatoon 2.
If I'm being honest, I would. If Zelda hadn't been a launch title, I wouldn't be getting it on launch.
Yeah.
I was going to wait until I had more games. But
I
when
hear
they
Edge
announced the launch of it. Sorry, go on.
the new edition of Edge came out today, and they reviewed Zelda. They gave it a 10 out of 10 today.
Fuck.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yes, they did.
So it does look amazing. And have any of you seen the size of the map?
No,
I
no.
have been
massive,
trying
isn't
to
it?
avoid all things related to Zelda right now. I just want to go in dark on Friday.
Is it like bigger than Skyrim
Well,
or something, or is it
It's
too big?
not. It's five times the size of Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
I mean,
Five
Skyrim is a
times
pretty
the
big
Skyrim.
map
That's
as
insane.
well, to be fair.
It is a massive
Why
map.
should
Yeah.
5 times then?
For a fucking Zelda game, that's insane, though. I mean, you like. I mean, how in the name of God are you going to justify that size of a map? You're going to have some amount of side stuff to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
gonna have to be- it's gonna
bigger
have
is
to
not.
be at least a 100-hour game.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it's not necessarily a good thing that it's that big, but we'll see, I guess.
I say it depends how they fill it, doesn't it? I mean, if it's a map that big, full of shit,
That's
then
true.
it will be
But you
the
can't
dogs.
really take them at their word either, though, because if you remember correctly, they said that Phantom Pain was 200 times the size of Ground Zeroes, and it definitely wasn't.
Nah.
It definitely wasn't. Like,
It
Nah.
might have been if they were counting Africa and Afghanistan combined, maybe.
even with Afghanistan and Africa combined, it's still a stretch to 200.
Well,
And
even if
the
it was,
only way it would work is if you combined. Maybe they're including Mother Base in that. Maybe then it's 200 times, but you'd have to have the maps like as one map instead of separate maps.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it was 200 times bigger, that didn't mean shit. I mean, most of it was empty, and you're
Yeah.
just concerned about the bases, pretty much. So size doesn't matter in this case, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to be fair. I mean, we mentioned Skyrim earlier, and Skyrim's been released on the Switch, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But, like, I don't know why they're kind of re-releasing Skyrim. It's like, what? I was in college when Skyrim came out, so that would be, like, what, 5 years ago? Like,
Well, it's a secondary release, really, because you have Skyrim, the fucking that edition that came out for Xbox
yeah,
One and
the
PS4.
PS4
As
and
well.
Xbox One, yeah. So I don't see why they keep kind of hanging on to Skyrim rather than just kind of making a new Elder Scrolls game. That is an Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
I'll be
Online.
honest, I didn't see the massive allure of Skyrim. I thought that Oblivion was way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Oblivion shits all over Skyrim, if I'm being honest.
Oblivion was a lot of fun, alright.
I mean,
Um,
I haven't
There is
played.
there is an Elder Scrolls 6 coming though.
Yeah.
I heard. That's only in a few years' time, though.
When is the thing?
I mean, I haven't played Oblivion for the simple reason that my PC is just like, yeah, no, it's quite an old game. You're not playing that, son.
I guarantee you, if you played Oblivion, you would love it, Ben.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, right? Skyrim has kind of, it's quite similar, but in Oblivion you can literally become the Thane of 9 kingdoms, meaning you can become the ruler of 9 separate kingdoms,
Yeah.
and then you have to fight your way through to the top of the Warriors Guild, the Thieves Guild, the Mages Guild. By the time that you are at the end of the game, you pretty much rule the entire fucking realm.
Yeah. I say, I mean,
And
that was the
badass
thing.
quests. I mean, you can become the vampire and all that, and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
and
that
it's brilliant.
That was the thing that kind of irritated me with Skyrim. Is like you could be walking around like level 80, full Daedric armor or Dragonbone armor, Thane of all 7 guilds, and it's like, yo, did somebody steal your street wall? It's like, fuck you, man. You know who I am. Don't bitch about it.
There's a mod for that. thankfully.
Yeah, I mean, if you play it on PC, it's a lot different. But like standard
Yeah.
console version, it's a bit
Well,
shit.
funny thing is, like, the mod on PC that fixes this, it doesn't use anything new. Like, it uses files that Bethesda already has on disk. So
Yeah.
Bethesda thought it was brilliant to not use, like, the whole progression of guard dialogue, I guess, which is pretty stupid.
Am I the only one that finds it uncanny how like Revedran Rise of Sons?
How what?
Yeah, it's not wrong.
Yeah, actually.
You actually sound very like Vedran, Silent
Vedran,
Assassin from FOXHOUND.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good because, like, I mean, I've worked on, like, my English accent for the past 6 years now, and I think it improved a lot lately.
Yeah, I think you're very similar.
The only
Dreadargan
difference
is just
he talks more
hilarious
than
because
Second
Dreadargan's from Finland, like, but every time he talks, he sounds like he's Italian.
Yeah.
I am
Dredagon's accent's
Hello,
fucking
Captain.
funny,
Hi,
man.
it's nice to see you.
Got
I
the
am from
t-shirt.
Finland, but I sound Italian. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Let's play some cloak and dagger. I am coming back to Foxhound soon.
It's right, man. Have any of you guys played, I don't quite know how to pronounce it, but is it No or Neo or...
Oh, yeah, I
Neo.
did.
Yeah.
I haven't
played
had a
it for,
chance because the controller been broken, unfortunately. I've wanted to, though.
Yeah. So, Resev, you said you played it?
I played it for a few hours. It's pretty good, but, like, I'm so exhausted of the whole Souls-like formula that I think I'm gonna, like, just wait it out until it feels fresh again. Like, I can't play another Souls game right now.
Yeah. I was kind of half tempted to buy it, but like, I mean, money's been a bit tight at the minute. But I think next time I get paid, I'm tempted to quite buy it. Like, I mean, I'm kind of into like Sengoku Japan and like all that shit kind of lately anyway. So like, I kind of again kind of set in that era, forgetting the monsters and all that shit. It just seemed quite appealing.
Yeah, it is actually. Like, the whole atmosphere of the old samurai feudal Japan thing, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're into the whole Souls formula, you'll enjoy it. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, honestly, I've never played a Souls game. I was too much of a bitch because like people saying fuck that's hard, so I was like, yeah, I'll give that a miss because I'll definitely smash my controller. But no, I never played a Souls game.
For people into Japan, I just don't. I want to know why the retards at Capcom, right, discontinued Onimusha.
Yeah, I knew it was a good
Well,
game.
you just answered it in your own question. The
Yeah,
restart.
to be fair.
I really want the new Devil May Cry as well. Not that reboot shit, but the original series. And I
Yeah.
hope that the rumors of a Ninja Gaiden 4, I hope those rumors are true, because it needs to happen.
It's for the same reason that Capcom canceled Mega Man Legends 3. That in and of itself was a fucking tragedy.
Yeah. Kind of like Silent Hills.
Yeah, that whole, those wounds will never heal.
Having said that, though, I think Allison Road will help a lot of people who like PT.
Yeah.
You will,
I agree.
but it's not going to be the same.
Allison Road looks like it's going to be a great horror game.
Yeah.
Did they not cancel that, or did they cancel it and then announce it again or something?
They cancelled it, but now it's back.
But
in
it's back,
production.
yeah.
And they ran out of money, but they had a Kickstarter and they got like another 7 million or something.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough. I mean, speaking of
Silent
Silent Hill,
oh, sorry, go on, Ben.
yeah, I mean, speaking of Silent Hill, obviously Kojima was in charge of like PT. Have you guys seen like kind of all the trailers of Death Stranding? Like, what do you guys make of that?
I don't know what to make of it. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a game that you're just going to sit through the entire thing, not knowing what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's going to be like a psychological thriller style action game.
I think.
I don't know. I think it's going to be multiple genres, to be honest, because there seems like there's a horror element, an action element, a psychological element, and it's open world possibly.
It could
Yeah.
either be one of the best games you've ever seen, or it's a complete disaster. We don't know what's gonna happen, like so.
Yeah.
Well, we know one thing, it's Kojima, so we're going to be sitting on the edge of our seats watching the whole thing going, what the fuck's that? What the fuck is this? What the
Yeah,
hell?
Yeah.
to be fair. I mean,
This is going to make sense 9 games from now.
yeah. I mean, it's got a lot of big names in for Death Stranding. Like, it's got obviously fucking
Guillermo del Toro.
yeah, Del
Norman
Toro,
Reedus and
Norman
Matt
Reedus, and fucking
Michael
that geezer from Hannibal.
Mickelson, or
Matt
however you
Nicholson.
pronounce that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear they're gonna announce like another female actress soon, so there's that to look forward to.
So like, hold your penises for Stephanie Houston. You know what I'm saying?
Probably. I figure that she's
Speaking of
gonna be
Norman
there.
Reedus, am I the only one that wants an actual open world fucking state of decay type style Walking Dead game instead of the Telltale games, but a proper one where you can play as Daryl and use the bow and play as Rick and them?
Have you
There was
guys
something like that, but it was shit.
played 7 Days to Die?
No, I still haven't played it.
Yeah, it's a similar concept. Like, it's a big open world. It's a lot like Minecraft. Like you gather your shit, you build a base, and then after 7 days, you have like I think it's called a blood moon, or it's a blood night or some shit like that. And a big horde of zombies comes and attacks your base. So basically, you see kind of how your base holds up against these zombies. But
That sounds like fun.
yeah, it's the same sort of concept as kind of Walking Dead. Like you roam around, you find a good place to settle, you build up your place. Zombies come and fuck it over. You move somewhere else. It's a good game.
That's why State of Decay 2 is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, State of Decay 1 was absolutely brilliant, so I can imagine State of Decay 2 is going to be even better. Especially if it's going to be a city kind of element as well.
I'm really looking forward to that game that we were talking about before as well, Kevin, that you were saying. Is it Identity it's called?
Oh, yeah, is that the one where like you can play as anybody or something like that? Like a cop
You can
or
become
something?
anybody, yeah. It's like a full open world simulator thing. Kind of
Yeah,
like
you
The
were-
Sims, but not in 2D.
We were talking about that and you thought, shit, but I looked at it, I was really excited for it.
No, I've read into it more now. It's a really cool concept. Basically, you decide how your entire life plays out. You can get a job, you can become a bum, you can become a serial killer or a decent person, have a family, butcher them,
Become a cop.
become a cop, become a doctor. It's a proper simulator of life, but you decide how everything goes, and it's got proper graphics.
Yeah.
And it's open world. And you play all the way through till you die, basically, so it's a long game.
Fair enough.
I already know that I'm going to become a mass murderer in that game, because what else would you do, like?
Yeah, no, it does look like a lot of fun, though. But,
What's going to be fun about, I mean, if you've a real job in real life, and it's a full-term job, why are you going to want to play out that in a game? You're just going to go into the game and go, well, I have a choice. I could go and work, or I could pick up this hatchet and kill my whole family.
Become a cop, like, becoming a cop would be pretty cool, too. But at least you got your own shit to do anything you want, like, so that's why it looks like a lot of fun. I'll send the link in to the lads here, so they can look at it.
That game sounds like it's going to get smashed into oblivion because of the hype.
I think
No,
it's going to
it
turn
really
shit
isn't
because
hyped that much.
everybody's going to be a serial killer eventually, so that's how it's going to come crashing down.
I
think that's the great thing about games, because I mean, I'd never kill a person in real life, but because as Ben here is quite similar to me as well, when you've got a really fucked up sense of humor, violence is hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, like, I'd never kill a person or maim a person, but when I see people getting killed and maimed in films, I can't stop laughing at it.
Yeah.
The worse and more fucked up that it is, the funnier it is to me.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Because I've got such a warped sense of humor, like.
I suppose in that game Identity, I suppose you could get a plane and recreate 9/11 as well if you wanted to do that.
He brings that up every time.
Yeah, somebody's gonna mention it.
Have any ever seen The Raid 2?
I've seen parts. That's like the Korean fucking.
Yeah, there's a scene at the end of it where a guy, where the main character literally shoots a guy in the face with a shotgun, and it shows his face afterwards.
Yeah, fair enough.
I literally got a sprain in my side from laughing.
From laughing.
From laughing.
Fair enough.
Like, I'm not even messing with you. Like, you know when you see people falling and stuff, I find that brilliant.
Yeah, no, I love stuff like that.
That's
I mean,
great.
I'm so fucked up. The worst that they fall. No, Ben, I don't think you're half as bad as me. Well, maybe you are. I've sent Kevin videos of people getting their arms and legs broken and me in hysterics. I've sent Kevin
fair enough.
a video of him hit by a car one day and been
crashing.
thrown 30 feet into the air and surviving with a broken pelvis.
Yeah.
And I was unable to talk from laughing.
No,
Before we go on,
the bus driver. The bus driver plows into a bunch of people. Oh, it was so fucking funny.
yeah. No, before we go on, we'll just move on and say, this is general chat. We're just gonna be chatting a load of fucking shit, like just shit that we find entertaining.
Yeah,
But, like,
so what could we talk
Well,
Yeah.
We've covered games and stuff. What could we move on to now before we finish?
But going
I
on
was
to
gonna
like
say-
warp sense of humours, did I ever tell you guys about that time I was at a funeral and they almost dropped the body?
Yeah, you told me, but I don't think that's part.
Yeah, I'll say
What?
I'll tell the story again. I was at a funeral. It was my girlfriend's stepnan's funeral. So obviously it was somebody quite close to the family, and everybody was upset. So they get the body out of the hearse, like, you know, as they do. There was walking there was walking into the church. And this one guy, he trips, man. Like he's like literally about an inch away from falling on his face. Almost drags the body down with him. And literally, like throughout the whole service, I was tooting to myself because I had this image in my head of the guy full on falling and the body just like dropping on the floor and rolling down this hill. But yeah. And so, like, the entire time, like, people were singing hymns and saying, "Oh yeah, do you remember our Eunice?" I was crying, man, just thinking, like, "Oh shit, Eunice almost went down the hill, like, almost into that river down there." And I had raw, dirty looks that day. It was quite funny, man. Like, I got a massive bollocking from my missus at the time.
I got a massive bollocking at a funeral home before from my mother.
Yeah.
Me to leave, and I'll tell you why, right? I'm very giddy at things like funerals and weddings and stuff. And the thing about me is, my problem is that when I try to stop laughing,
You laugh
it
more.
makes it funnier.
Yeah.
And the more I try to stop, the harder I laugh. And it's just, I don't know what, is it a mindset or what, but the harder I try to stop, the more hysterical I get.
Yeah.
But I was at the funeral home and a guy came round. He was walking around with two walking sticks, right? A small guy, about 5'2", maybe less. Fat guy with a pointy nose, right? Bald.
Yeah.
I think I told you this before. Walked over to me and went to shake my hand, and I looked at his hand and one of his fingers was missing. I looked at his hand with the finger missing, looked at him, his round shape, and looked at him completely. And the first thought that came into my head was Penguin from the Batman movie. Roaring laughing into his face. And my mother just turned around and said, "For fuck's sake, walk outside and get a hold of yourself." I walked outside and there was people queuing outside, walking in, looking at me, leaning against the wall, screaming at the top of my lungs, laughing with tears coming down my face.
Fair enough.
I just went for a walk for about 10 minutes and came back and waited outside. I didn't bother going back in because I couldn't. Every time I tried to make a move for the door, I started laughing.
I mean, I don't know how true this is. I saw it on Facebook, so take this with a pinch of salt. But they were saying a dark sense of humour is a link to Alzheimer's or something. But I kind of look back, I think this generation isn't the only generation with a dark sense of humour. Like, there's a fair few kind of older folks with the same humour as us. Like, we've learnt it from somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my family, like my older family, have had dark sense of humours for years. Like, and I mean, some of them are in their 70s, so
Yeah.
that's BS. Oh yeah, because you've a warped sense of humor, you're going to get Alzheimer's. Yeah, that makes loads of sense.
Yeah, it makes the world of sense.
What they're saying is you're going to make the most disgusting and rude jokes of all time because years from now you'll forget about it, is it?
No, it is a load of bollocks. I mean,
Yeah,
but
forget about it the same way the Madeline McCann parents forgot about their child. Anyway.
I mean that's disgusting, Kev. I mean, what's wrong with you?
That is disgusting. Fuck's sake. What the hell is your problem? That's just sick, man. Fuck's sake. We all know that she was, cooked up and fed out by the Chinese.
But that's irrelevant, Kev. Well, come on.
That's a low blow, Kev. Danny DeVito felt that.
That's a bit low.
No, I mean...
Do you know who didn't find that joke funny? Jade Goody, because she's dead. Oh, isn't that right, Prince? Oh, no, you can't answer me.
Hey, Bowie.
Oh, man.
No.
Seriously, if Michael J. Fox dies, himself and Muhammad Ali are going to have the most awkward boxing fight of all time.
Yeah, to be fair. No, I mean, like, speaking of, there's a lot of shit on Facebook, like, a lot of stuff that's kind of perpetrated as, like, facts, sort of thing, and everyone's like, oh shit, man, I didn't realise that. But it's just, I don't know, I think it's sort of bollocks, really.
It's like everything, Ben. It's complete and utter bullshit. They say, and I think this is one of the ones that I read was one of the funniest things I've ever come across in my entire life. Was that if you eat an apple a day, you won't get AIDS.
An apple a day keeps AIDS away.
It's the best one I've ever read.
Yeah.
I was sitting there going, really?
Jeff, Freddie Mercury should have met him in that case, then it would have helped him so much. Holy shit.
Well, you see, Freddie Mercury's problem was he was too into bananas. Oh. I love how, like, we all talk and Seth just sits there touching himself listening.
Wish you fucking cunts don't shut up for a second so I can get a word in.
But
well, maybe if you did.
If you talk, it would help you read
like
that.
now, this is the nature of, like, Irish and English folks, though. Like, we talk a lot of bollocks.
But you see, the problem is, Ben, the pace that we're talking at is normal for us.
Yeah.
But Seth talks like this really low and he doesn't really talk really fast.
Well,
he's a
guys,
bit like John Wayne.
I've been walking on them here woods, you see, and
Or two, they'll not be messing with me now. Fetch the handgun from the young'uns.
And I went up to one of these youths and I was like, hey boy, that's not the anglage you should be using.
He'll walk past Kevin's house and Kevin's mother will be trying to get an internet signal and he'll be like, hey Ma, get off the dang roof.
I found this nice piece down in town. I found out she was my cousin. Definitely hit it.
Yeah. She's only back cousin by blood.
The only relationship we have is sexual.
Blood, then she's a corpse.
Now y'all listen to me, boy. You don't listen to me and I'll shoot up this school, I'll tell you now, boy.
I'm gonna fight you in just 10 minutes. I just need to comb my hair first. I challenge you to a duel. I don't know. I just had my riding glove with me today.
Life sure is hard out in this frontier.
Those pills will fetch a fine price in the market today. You see, said outside his house skinning cats and dogs.
No, he's full on scalping somebody like. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna maim you in the afterlife, boy.
Yeah, you'll see him inside in the kebab shop, fucking scalping the Indians.
Just walking around in his Stetson and his fucking boots, man.
I want a coleslaw, bitch!
Yeah!
Oh, fucking hell. Oh. Oh.
Oh,
I'm sorry, sir. I won't be in to work Wednesday. I gotta send my horse for an MOT. Oh. No come back from set. He's probably cutting himself.
No, Since when did where I live become the Old West?
Since it's not like that, Pilgrim.
Put spurs on my boots to go walk around.
No, Rise, if you see how bad we are.
It'll take
By
me
the way,
some
right,
time
this
to
is
get to
supposed
that
be
level,
a
but
professional podcast. This is what's degraded, isn't it?
Did I not say earlier on that it'll take a third take for us to get the professional one done?
yeah, no,
Oh,
we're definitely
I
getting
think
there.
this one has been alright if we just do some editing.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot of editing.
Well, if we've been fair, we did cut like 20 something minutes out of podcast 15.
This is all going to have to be edited as well, or at least a good bit of it.
No, this one's just gonna be at least fresh. It's just gonna have a bit of music over the top.
I think, I'm being honest, right, and I'm saying this with all sincerity, but do you know why? The reason why a lot of European countries call Americans stupid janks? It's because ye talk so slow and direct. Because when a person talks slow and direct here, it means they're retarded.
Yeah, like they've got to think about what they're saying, sort of
Got
thing.
a learning difficulty or something. If a person around here started going, yes, I am going to the shop to buy some groceries.
Hello,
Like,
Jeff.
yeah.
I do
Well,
have an
I dropped
issue
it.
with my car. Would you be able to fix it?
Yes, I will be able to fix it. I just got this new cutlery set. That's the problem, you see. And that's why your slagging is so different as well. Because over there you just said to someone, you're just an asshole. You, sir, are a jerk. Whereas
You
here
son of a jerk!
put 9 different names in one sentence.
Yeah, I mean, I think the culture between, like, ball busting between Europeans and Americans is a lot different, like.
Oh, wait.
I mean, if you look at
the fact that we talk fast as well. And
yeah,
we have a completely different vocabulary because I mean, if we're being honest, right, the Americans use more distinct and Oxford style English than the English do.
yeah,
And the English and Irish use more slang than I think anyone on the planet.
yeah, to be fair.
So half of our language is literally made up.
Like, half of English is like fluent roadman. Like, if you can speak fluent roadman, you can speak fluent English, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're expecting an English person to say, "You, sir, are a royal twat," then what's going to happen then is they're going to come along and go, you fucking naughty cunt, innit, you fucking cat, you fucking stab you right in the gas, you little fucking ratty boy.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to, you little prick?
Fuck, give you Chelsea Small with your fucking visa, you little cunt, you.
Although saying that,
Yeah, blood, yeah.
yeah, that's more English. Like the yeah blood. I've never heard somebody speak with like a Cockney accent that you hear on a movie sort of thing. Like mostly it's like,
I mean, I've
you
never.
fucking want blood, I'll fucking shank you all off.
It's like that all stereotypes, though. It's like the Irish stereotype. Like, shh, calm down, good girl. It's like the Irish stereotype. In America, they think that all English people drink with a pinky extended their cups of tea and go, would you like a spot of tea for lunch? Here's some crumpets.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah, let's go and have some of the Levenses.
Would thou like a cup of tea? Oh, ye sir, over there, would you like a cup of tea?
Whereas the stereotype that we have for Americans is this is what an American sounds like when they come over here as a tourist. Every American tourist I've ever met does the same thing. They speak like you're hard of hearing.
Yeah.
Well, hello, sir. How are you on this fine day? Could you please direct me to your local post office, please, there? Thank you now, sir.
Then you guys are just like, oh, fiddle-dee-dee. Yeah, how right down the road there, mate.
Who's home? Who's home? Mummy's home,
where's
yeah.
my pot of gold?
Oh, man.
No,
Some orange juice.
I mean, stereotypes. I mean, people say they exist for a reason, but like, a lot of the time they don't live up to expectation. I don't think.
Yeah, they're not even close. They're not. I've never in my life come across an English person that said, "Would you like a spot of tea?" What the fuck is a spot of tea? Is that where you take a little tiny drop of tea on a finger and put it on your face and go, "Oh look, tea acne"?
Yeah, now literally, like an English bloke's like, "Yo, you go for a fucking pint or what?"
And the other one, top of the morning to you.
Where
What
is
the
that
hell
even?
is top of the morning? All right, yeah, I'm just sitting on top of the sky there while it becomes dawn. That makes sense.
I've no wish to fight you.
Oh man, it is a problem though.
I mean,
That's why everyone thinks I'm talking Russian, because they have none of them heard an authentic Irish accent.
yeah, I mean, to add some context to this, October Rust's mob thought me and Jeff were Russian because we didn't sound like the stereotypical English or Irish people, like.
Well,
Which
fuck yeah,
makes no
Fox got it too.
It's ridiculous.
And I don't understand, because it's not like either of you are like, Zdravstvuйте, comrade. We don't have like, I'm going to leave the podcast.
Jesus Christ, I hope if your mother meets me in person, then she'll be like, oh look, there's Ivan Drago.
I'm going to break you.
They're all commies over there in Europe.
Yeah. Communist. Oh. America's hilarious though. I've never in my life seen so many religions in one place.
Oh no, it's not religions per se, it's you have to be some denomination of Christian and you're just ostracized.
What would happen, like, Seth, if you came out as a Satanist over there? Like, would you be like ostracized and like excluded from the community? Or
I'm an atheist, so I already have to deal with that from certain people if I make it known.
yeah, but I mean, like, if you were
You know
full on,
what
like,
you could do to those people though, that would really fuck with them? Do the sign of the cross backwards.
yeah, I mean, like, if you were full on like Satanist, like, would
Flex
they?
yourself backwards.
Yeah, would they proper like shun you in public and this, that, and the other, or?
Probably, because people don't tend to know that there's a huge difference between deistic Satanism and LaVeyan Satanism. And typically, need a Satanist.
I don't even know what that means.
They're
What
LaVeyan.
the fuck is that?
I don't know, but he's an expert in it.
LaVeyan Satanism is glorified
Russ, is there
atheism.
something you're telling us here?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Deistic
What you do
Satanism.
is, if you're in a community of Christians, go to a piercing shop and get horns put in your head and get a tattoo of a pentagram in your forehead.
How about if you were a pagan over there? Like, what would the general reaction be?
That's way more common. I've dated a million of them.
Yeah.
It's not.
Did you get married in a fairy ring?
No,
Got married to Stonehenge.
no. It's. I don't even know how to describe it. It's of like the non-Christian religions that tends to be what's more accepted, I guess you could say, because everybody's like, "Ooh, I'm New Age. I'm Wicca. I like to hang out in the woods and burn incense."
Yeah, I don't think it's as bad as Catholicism, where they're basically telling you that God will rape you because the priests do, and that if you go against it, you're hell.
I don't know many Catholics. Catholicism isn't that prevalent where I live. I mean, there's a Catholic high school by the school where I went. There's a couple Catholic churches in the town I grew up in, but for the most part, it's not that common.
Yeah.
I tell you, they're sending a fucking mixed message. God does not allow gays in the Catholic community, but he will rape boys.
That's a good point. I mean, to be fair though, if I was a Catholic priest and I was sworn to celibacy, you got to find a whole way you can, haven't you?
Well, you see, that's why reverends make sense.
Yeah.
Because if you're being fair, how many times have child abuse from priest cases been in the UK? I don't think I've ever heard of one.
There was one major scandal on on an island off the UK. It was like under UK jurisdiction, but it wasn't like mainland Britain. I remember hearing about that, but other than that, yeah, I agree. There isn't a fat lot of stuff you hear about anyway. I mean, I'm certain it happens, but it's just kind of what makes the news, I suppose.
Well, I mean, in fairness, the problem here was they were all boys' schools with the Christian Brothers, like so.
Yeah.
What did they expect to happen? And I bet you the parents back then, because the church was in power, were probably like, it's good for you.
Benedict's good for you.
It's a detox.
It's
It's a detox for your system. Think of it as them digging an irrigation system for your colon.
That's just Jesus entering
Here,
your body.
hold on.
That is.
I'll put it into perspective for you here, boys. A few years ago, there was this big fucking stink about this like ancient, esoteric, hidden Ten Commandments plaque that was found at one of the junior highs, and because people don't seem to understand how separation of church and state works, there was this huge fucking stink that was spearheaded by my weird cousin to like put monuments for it everywhere. There were plaques in people's yards everywhere you looked. And I was all like, I'm waiting for fucking Rod Serling to come out and tell me I've walked into the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I mean, that's one thing I like about England is that religion isn't a big thing here. Like, the most we get is like a Jehovah's Witness knocking on the door, saying, "Yo, come look at this."
I asked a Jehovah's Witness before. I said, "Do you truly believe in your faith?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Hold on there, so I'm going to slit your throat, and then if you're right, you'll be able to come back tomorrow and tell me as a pigeon."
Oh man, rapping for Jesus is good.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, my nigga.
I love how Kevin laughs, but has no idea what it is.
No, I know what it is. I know what that rap is.
He's like, I don't blaspheme, I don't curse.
Resev,
Yeah,
like, what's religion like around your ends?
Oh, you don't even want to know, man.
Oh, he's out in Ohio.
Yours is it Mecca? Is it? I can't remember.
No.
Singapore.
He's Arabic, so no.
Yeah, so I live in Ohio right now, so I'm in the States, actually pretty much near Rust right now, but like I'm from Kuwait, and there, like, if you're not Muslim, that's fine, but if you're born Muslim and then changed religions, then that's actually punishable by law, which is really messed up. Yeah.
Oh my God! Did I ring the government to tell them that Max Payne did that yet?
What?
I'm gonna ring the government over there and tell them that Max Payne has become. Let me think of a bad one. Presbyterian.
Fucking Presbyterian.
I had the Mormons show up at my house one time. They were all like, "Oh, listen, I'm sitting in here. My pap comes and gets me. He's all like, there's these guys in suits looking for you." I'm like, "What the fuck? What did I do?" So I go out there.
What did I do?
My hair is all disheveled. I have no shirt on. I'm tattooed head to toe. These fucking little Mormon teenagers are standing there, and they're like, "We understand you're interested in learning about Jesus and the Latter-day Saints." I'm like, "Nah, bro."
You could have gotten them out of there straight away with a needle, a tube, and asked them for a blood donation.
You should have just walked down in like a G-string and holding the Satanic Bible, like, "Yo, boys, what's happening?"
Start talking in Arabic.
Wearing nothing but like a party hat, and be like, "Hey fellas, there's more room."
Just start talking to him in Latin, man. They'll soon be off.
I actually spoke to a guy before about Mormons, and he said, and no, it wasn't Kevin. I know why that's going to be funny in a minute when you hear what was said. And he said, "Geez, those Mormons are weird. Wouldn't you think that they'd stay in Norway?" That's why I had to say that I wasn't Kevin beforehand.
Yeah, to be fair, I would have got confused.
Something like that, okay.
Yeah, you definitely would, Kev. Come on, man. You studied for a blood test, like.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin is the traditional Irishman that you gotta hear about in all the jokes. He is Paddy in all those jokes.
Yeah. He is Paddy. They were going to call him Johnny, though, but they changed their mind. They were going to call him Johnny because it's the one thing his father didn't have when he was conceived.
Sounds about right, though. I was telling Jeff
What
the
they
other
should have
day.
done, though, was call you by your real name, which was a mistake.
So I was telling Jeff yesterday. I bought one of those Amazon Echoes from Amazon, like, obviously, and they are the fucking dog's bollocks. Like, I'd highly recommend everybody gets one because they're pretty cool, man.
Their speaker's very good.
Yeah,
now,
they look
well.
bad. They look badass, to be fair. I have one ordered anyway.
That'd be good for Kev because he could order wipes for his pocket pussy on the go.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. It's be like, yo, I'm not gonna say the name because she's gonna activate and all that shit. But it's like, yo, order me this, and she'll be like, yeah, safe. And like next day they arrive.
You'd have enough money to buy a car if you just went into a sperm bank and tapped the bottom of it.
Yeah, it is a fair point. I have came a lot.
Deadly serious stuff, man.
No,
Fairness.
I was considering going
You'd
to a
be the
sperm
most
bank.
fertile man in Ireland if they cut open your stomach.
No, I was actually considering going to a sperm bank and thinking, yeah, I'll just put some swimmers in there, like get 50 quid. But then
I don't even think that they have sperm banks in Ireland, to be honest.
I don't know. I know they do in England.
I think they're just called sisters.
But no, I was considering doing it myself, like, but then I was thinking, like, yo, imagine a load of jeans just running around, man, it would be fucking hell. So
That's the thing, though. You've always got that fear at the back of your mind. Like, I mean, what if I have a couple of kids and then they come looking for me later?
yeah, no, fuck that.
I think a better use of your sperm would be in the burns unit.
The burns. Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, because they say saliva, quells nettle burns. So, I mean, what's cum gonna do?
It's gonna soothe it, man. It's gonna be top grade.
And it stimulates skin growth. I mean, win-win.
Yeah, everything, man.
Would be funny though if a nurse and a doctor came in. What are you doing? Listen, it's just listen.
That's like, yo, your job. Fuck off.
Yeah. It's horrible medicine. How was it horrible medicine you're wanking? Because I smoked a spliff beforehand. I think Ryzev probably thinks they were absolute nut jobs, though.
I aim to be the kind of sane one in here, so I'm good with it.
Well, to be fair, everyone outside of probably myself and Gene more so is sane. I mean, Kevin has this habit of, even when he doesn't understand, he laughs anyway because he's retarded.
Point proven.
And even when he's been mocked, he laughs as well, which just proves my point.
Yeah, then Seth's just our resident redneck.
Seth's actually doing a veteran today by barely talking.
How am I a redneck?
You're American.
You are.
You're automatically a redneck.
And because you don't tan.
I don't tan. I can't. I'll burn.
Yeah, but is that over the sunburn or over the vampirism?
I'm starting to think it's the vampirism. And you see, what you just said there, that's why everybody thinks you're looking for your pot of gold, and Ben is down there sipping his tea like a fucking pansy.
What do you mean,
What
like
is?
a pansy? I'm hammered, I've been drinking all afternoon.
What is it that I said that makes people think of the stereotype?
By saying I'm a redneck because automatically because I live in the U.S.
By saying I'm a redneck, oh shit, knocks over a beer bottle. Yeah, you've convinced us.
No, it was my whiskey class.
Oh, walked into that one.
I am not a redneck. Hey, get off my cousin, boy.
Get off my cousin.
Hey, look. Emma sucking up her cousin's penis. Or for example, that circumcision, kick the bitch in the chin.
Uncle Pappy.
No, I was drinking some rye when we started this, and now it's gone. And I knocked over my glass.
I have a joke for you, but I'm gonna reuse the original words of the joke. For something else. How do you get a Pennsylvanian woman pregnant?
Hey, Big Smoke,
this
it's me, Carl. Chill.
Some on her legs and the flies do the rest.
Man, look at this. All we had to do.
The version being Jeff, no, but it doesn't have Pennsylvania in it. Anyway.
It's about a knacker. Or a gypsy, as they're called.
Yeah.
In the UK. A gypsy, a jippo, a pikey. A dirty scanger cunt.
Bloody pikeys, man.
Huh? Seriously, I'm starting to think that they should just change their name to fucking Londis or fucking IKEA or Harvey Norman. Because all they do is sell fucking furniture. Do you want to buy a 3-piece suite? No, I have a bag of eclairs in the car I'm going to. Oh man. Oh my god. Actually, talking about stupidity, I remember this. I'll never forget this as long as I live. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
A traveller hopefully came to the door one day to sell something, and he knocked on the door, and I opened it, and he went, "Do you want to buy a 3-piece suite?" And I said, "Sorry, no one's home." And he went, "Okay, good luck." Oh, Jesus. Oh,
And that's
so it's
how.
like, oh man, I've seen people do some stupid things though. My brother's girlfriend, right,
Yeah.
saw that he left his phone at the flat that he's staying in because he went out with someone. He went out into the hall with someone, and he went up to as far as the shop or something. He was going to be back in a few minutes, and his phone rang. So she then rang his phone, which he'd left at the flat, to tell him that he'd left his phone at the flat. How the fuck's he going to answer it? Or I was inside in the chip one night and someone rang and went, "Are you open?" Well, obviously, they answered the fucking phone.
Well, I mean, to be fair, what's he supposed to say afterwards? Like, hear you say hello and then just shut the phone? Like, I don't know what. Like, it's just an awkward situation. Or like,
I
it's like a
there's a lot.
lose-lose.
Constantly. I rang a takeaway recently. I said, "Oh yeah, do you deliver?" And they went, "Yeah, we deliver." I said, "Yeah, can I get liver and onions on the burger?" So, and he went, "Yeah, do you do takeaway?" And he went, "Yeah, we do takeaway." I was like, "What's 9 minus 6?" Then I hung up.
Fair enough, man.
Not as bad as the time that Kevin got stuck in the house for 2 weeks, though. His mother putting a carton of orange juice on the table in front of him and it said, "Concentrate."
Kevin, man.
Oh.
Can't live without him.
See, Kevin, we need you on Foxhound. Every org has a dunce. 4 hours.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what we need to do. We need to get a picture of him and Photoshop in a dunce hat.
Better yet, get the little cap with the propeller on.
Oh, man.
Speaking of hats with propellers on, like when I went to Bloodstock last year, my mate was fucking walking around one of those. It was the fucking coolest hat ever, man. Like everyone was like, "Yo, it's a sick hat." And I was like, coming over to spin the propeller. Like, I need to get me one. It's fucking, they're sick, man.
I got one of those, what you call it, hats from America. I bought it here in what we'll call a black market, which is basically a market of stolen stuff that the guards don't know about.
Yeah.
Buy stuff there on. Or as we also know it as a mart, where you just be like, "Oh yeah, that looks really good. That's about €150. How much is that? 20 quid. Nice one."
Cheers, mate.
Are there any serial numbers or tags on it? No. Sound. Take 2 of them. But I got one of those hats, and every time there's a big match on for the rugby, it has a tube in it, and I just stick in 2 cans of Bulmers and drink. It's a fucking great joke. Just stick in the fucking tube into the 2 cans of Bulmers and just drink away like a cunt. Yeah. I'm trying to think though, what else have we to cover? Is there anything else happening around the forum apart from it being dead?
There's not a lot. The forum is pretty damn dead.
It is. Well, apart from us, we're on fire, to be honest. Even outside of the tavern, like, I think you'll pretty much see my name on every single, like, thread on the main screen.
Yeah, you're
I'm posting tests
somewhere.
just everywhere, like. You know, but like, yeah, have I something to say about that? No.
Busy.
Will I post something anyway? Yeah.
And I'm not hungry.
Well, the forum doesn't even work right now for me for some reason.
Yeah, mine's down as well.
Yeah, every couple of weeks the mobile site seems to go down. I don't know if it's the same with the desktop, but
Yeah,
or
this
the
is the
desktop.
desktop side. It's also not working.
Oh, it's not. Well, they might be making some updates or something.
Yeah, probably.
I doubt it.
Dante kind of fucking Dante kind of did a huge thing when he made the auto merge of double posts.
Yeah. I thought
it only took them
that's
400 years to do it.
Yeah. What happened was someone told him about it in 2005, and it's only now he realised it. It was a bit of a delayed reaction. Oh, fucking hell.
Disclaimer, Henry, we actually love you. Please bump up our org stats.
Yes. And I will give you a carton of my piss for that drugs test in return.
Yeah. God.
Oh, man.
Have you guys ever done any drugs?
No.
I tried some weed once. That's literally the only drug I've ever sampled or taken in my entire life.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, Ben, where I live, because of where I live in the countryside, the only drug that you could have here is probably like sniffing turnips or something, or glue, or petrol.
The only drug we have around here is love.
Yeah, there's nothing here, but to be honest, even if there was, I don't think I'd have the interest.
Yeah.
I think with drugs, you kind of have to be curious, and I was never curious about it.
Yeah.
And I tried smoking, and I hated it. And then, of course, my father died to smoking, so that put me off it for life.
Yeah,
so my only drug that I have really is drink and tits.
Yeah, I mean, tits are a good drug.
What about you, Ben? You do anything besides get stoned at the Corrosion of Conformity concert?
No, I mean that's literally it. Like just a bit of weed every now and again, and like beer.
Well, if we're being fair, lads, I think we have to keep in mind like that it's a good thing that Max Payne isn't here. And Rise, if I don't mean any disrespect by this, but I think the term stone should be taken with a different approach, because when you say stone to him, it means something else.
Oh, hey, by the way, I think Kevin crashed or something.
Yeah, I had a crash. Hopefully he gets paralyzed or something.
But yes, stone takes a different meaning in Kuwait. That is true. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not sure.
I believe they don't call it a drug addict there. They call it a martyr.
I mean, over here you're asking like what sort of drugs we've had. Like, I can say that I've never tried drugs before, but I mean, I'll be taking a huge risk by talking about like if I actually had like tried drugs before. Talking about it here would be a huge risk for me right now.
Fair enough.
Right, lads. What we're basically finding out so is that Ryzev has been injecting himself for heroin. Tell the comment.
Yeah,
it looks like
loads of sniff, man. It's like, Ryzev!
It looks like I'm the loner in this one.
Get high off the carpet, termites. like Max Payne. Honest to God, I don't think I could have had a greater moment in my life when I kept calling him Aladdin and saying that he was on flying carpets to annoy him. Over and over again, and then he told me that his father sells rugs at the market. I mean, that couldn't have worked out better, ever.
How about you, Russ? Have you ever tried
Max Payne is cool in the beginning. He's cool for a while, and then the cunty comes out. Do you know?
Fair enough, man.
It looks like I'm the lone wolf in this one when it comes to drugs and shit, because I've had weed a couple times, but it doesn't really work on me. I'm a coke guy.
I rate you, man. Fair enough.
I don't have access to it anymore because I'm not seeing the girl in Maryland. But that was always a good time.
I mean, she did die.
Yeah, cocaine overdose.
No.
She was a nostril mousse.
She was like, in a big time stoner, and her dealer always had it. So I was like, oh, let's get 8 for 40 going on over here.
Let's get fucked.
Oh no, it was good.
Just so you know, I've recorded the last 5 minutes and I'm telling the local cops.
Okay, well they can't prove anything, so.
Yeah, but you can always just hide it in your hair and tell them you're graying.
Well, whenever I go back home to Kuwait, like I hang out with my cousins a lot, and thing is, like recently they've all taken to weed right now, and like it's very illegal in Kuwait. Like you get caught with weed, and you're in prison for maybe a few months, not
Yeah.
a few years.
Wow.
So like this is really fucking me up right now because like I want to hang out with them, but whenever I'm with them, they're smoking weed, so they're always doing something illegal. And I'm like, even if I get caught with them not smoking weed, I get fucked as well and go to prison, and it's really messing me up right now.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Just come
That's
over
pretty
here
rough,
because
that.
all you'll get here is a warning.
I know, like
Don't
right now over
smoking
here,
weed.
like my cousins are also in Ohio, right? We go to the same college, and here is fine, but when we go back to Kuwait, that's when it really gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I'm always doing something that if I get caught, I'm going to prison, and it really sucks.
Yeah, it does suck, to be fair.
I think even the UK is a lot more, a lot harsher than us though as well when it comes to drug.
Yeah, I
things.
mean, we
Like, I know-
just bought it to a Class B drug, which so it's like on par with like kind of like fucking MDMA and shit like that. But
Yeah.
it's like
weed here,
it's-
even if you had like a grand worth of weed here, you'll still only get a caution, which is madness.
Then you made a mistake coming here, Ricev, because the U.S. has the highest prison population in the world, and they'll be like, oh, you kind of looked like you may have slightly glanced at some weed 10 years ago. Oh, 25 to life.
That's not a prison. That's just Fire Island.
Hey, if something happens, I'm running to my embassy, and they'll get me back home. I'm pretty sure they're able to handle it.
yeah, it's a good position to be in, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you should still be super careful here because we have draconian, ridiculous drug laws, and there's just no escape, and that's why our prisons are overflowing with 25 trillion people because they're like, oh, you had a microscopic portion of weed, you're a serial killer.
Yeah.
Is it
Well, you
not?
never know what's gonna happen now.
Yeah, isn't the law becoming more lax over there though now?
No. I mean, there are some states that are decriminalizing
Yeah.
it, but even then, it's still iffy because it's decriminalized on a state level, not a federal level.
Yeah.
But
Harambe fucked it up.
Yeah, to be fair.
because of the amount of money it pulls in, the local pigs tend not to do anything about it because it's pointless and it's like throwing a wrench in the system.
Yeah.
But no, it's
Not a wrench, it's a spanner. Jesus, we're never going to get through with teaching them, are we, Ben?
Well, this is it, innit?
The fuck is a spanner?
A wrench. That's what it's really called.
Yeah, it's really called a spanner.
But it's really cold, so that's the true name of it, Tom.
Well, anywho, and you'll run into issues where, in order to try to supersede your Fourth Amendment rights, the fucking pigs will be all like, "Oh, I smell weed on you, so I'm gonna try to search your car," and they'll like plant it there and be like, "Oh, here, I found this, boy. You're going to the slammer."
Do they put on a stupid voice as well?
But yeah, I mean that always confused me actually. Like I hear, like from what I know, like weed is legal in Colorado, but that's only on a state level. But on a federal level, as you said, it's not legal. So that always fucks me up. Like I'm like, so is it alright if I smoke weed or not? I have no idea.
But here's the thing, like, if you run a dispensary or something in Colorado, it's highly unlikely the DEA is going to show up and start trying to fuck up your day. They are making progress on it, but it's, like I said, it's still just so draconian and ridiculous. I don't.
They're retarded. The way that they think about weed compared to other drugs. If we're being fair about it, if you're on weed years and you're suffering from the bad side effects like paranoia and that, fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, if you just casually smoke it, Like, they treat it like as if you're on fucking speed or heroin or something sometimes, which I just don't understand.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have an issue with any drugs. If you want to do it, go to town. More power to you. You're an adult. You can make your own decisions. And treating it as a criminal offense doesn't help anybody.
Yeah.
So let's say you are a heroin addict. Throwing you in prison isn't going to help. You're going to get fucked up from withdrawal.
I mean, it's one of those things. I think if it starts to affect other people, then fair enough. But like something like weed is like, well, the worst you're gonna do.
I'm sure weed is horrible. It caused everything. Yeah, weed caused Hillsborough.
I mean, like if you're smoking meth and you need that meth and you're stabbing people to get money for meth, then yeah, okay. But I've never known anybody stab somebody for weed.
I've never in my life heard of a person robbing people or holding them at gunpoint. I want money for weed.
Yeah, to be fair.
I need to get my fix.
And you also have to keep in mind that alcohol is legal.
Yeah.
People die from alcohol-related instances all the time. And they demonstrated back in the 20s that prohibition doesn't work for anything. So you can't...
Technically,
it just
there's a lot
drives it
more drugs
underground.
than that. Coffee is a drug. Cigarettes are drugs. Caffeinated drinks are drugs. I mean, you name it. Like, I mean, even people that drink Red Bull are taking drugs.
Where it all came from, the fucking so-called war on drugs and the crackdown, it started in the 70s with Nixon.
History lesson.
Fuck. No, because it started as almost like a form of class warfare, since segregation wasn't really a thing anymore. They're like, oh, let's see how we can further fuck over the blacks. That's what it started as.
What kind of politicians have you over there? Do I put on voices? I bet Barack Obama doesn't sound like that, Paul. Is that Chris Rock?
So in the 80s, when Reagan came into power, it was further expedited, and it is what it is now. And trillions of dollars have been spent on it, and nothing's been accomplished. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Seth, I'm just wondering how long that this is going to take, because I have to be up at 7 o'clock on Monday.
You know, you chastise me because they're like, oh, that motherfucker, he sits over there, he doesn't talk. I tell you about something, you're like, oh, you son of a bitch, what are you doing?
Yeah, but a history lesson. you turn the story about drugs into a history lesson in the 70s. You could have just summed it up in like 8 words. Oh yeah, there was this one time in the 1600s when a guy smoked a spliff, and that's what caused 21st century drugs.
Let me take you back to the beginning, boy.
Hold on a second and go through his
1768. 10 years before independence.
You're an educated man.
Eddie Kenny had to tell a story to the Keon Koala. Yeah, there was this time when I put on this really weird voice and I talk like this, and I thought we put on weird voices as politicians, and there was drugs and stuff, and things happened in the 1970s, and then 30 years later, blah 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 drugs.
It's called adding a flavor to the story. And you,
How does that add flavor?
As much as the two of us talk about history, this is just ridiculous.
Well, there was this one time where a man drunk, and then the Battle of Hastings happened, and then 452 years later, a guy got drunk on the side of the road, and that was all connected. See, I can do that too.
No. That's not the same as me going, oh, here, the president came, and this is what led to this.
I would notice how every time he starts, he puts on a voice. Oh, no. It's about the time that the president came.
Because it makes it interesting. You don't just want to hear my stupid fucking voice.
Doesn't make it interesting.
It's the same as when we're talking about stuff, and you're all like, oh, we came from Kerry.
Okay,
and
that's
that's
done.
yeah,
I'm talking about this, yes.
I
Gary
killed all
Busey's
the
taking over the story. he goes to sleep at night, he starts praying. He's like, in the name of the Father, and in the name of the Son, and in the name of the Holy Spirit of God. Yeah. Oh man. Tell us more stories. We want to hear them.
Why don't you go get fucked, Jeff? How about that?
In about 3 hours' time, when my missus comes to bed.
Yo, 25 to 1, that's a peak time to get fucked up.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
I
banging
don't
a
know.
day, come half asleep,
I
it's
think
like,
I like just certain time of night I like sex, but I prefer it in the morning. I think morning sex is amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, I was torn about it, man, because you get that bad morning breath, it's like all breathing over your face, and you're like, yo, have some fucking Wrigley's,
Couldn't anything
man.
about being anywhere near their face. First cowgirl.
I mean, let's be real here. Morning, noon, or night, it's always good.
Well, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
but you're
pizza. I
making
mean,
it, that's different.
you know
I
what
mean,
they
none
say,
of
like,
you are going to convince me that, if you're sitting on the couch at 2 in the morning watching some fucking TV and your woman walks in and is like, hey boy, I'm gonna give you the ride. You're gonna be like, oh no, please.
Oh, no,
If
yeah, no, I'm not saying that.
Said, hey boy, I'm going to give you the ride, I wouldn't be able to get it up from laughing at that
Hey,
shit.
boy, I'm gonna give you the road.
I would not be able to get Randy from that. And anyway, my missus doesn't talk. If she wants cock, she literally puts her hands down my pants and grabs it and pulls it up.
Holy fuck, you bag of shit. You knew what I was getting at.
Holy shit, you knew what I was getting at. Darn tootin', bang, 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 you know, Sam.
Hey, boy, give me a ride.
Hey, big hair. Now you calm yourself down. Them there spurs are hurting my thighs. Seth, this is really strange. You do what I tell you to, woman. You do what I tell you to. I don't want to eat straw, Seth. This is weird.
Why do I sound like John Wayne now?
Why do you sound like John Wayne? Well, you're the one that keeps going from talking like, why do I sound like John Wayne? I'm telling a story now and I'm putting on this here voice.
Because it makes it more interesting.
No, it just makes you have a silly voice.
I
know.
I don't know, Seth's voices do crack me up though, to be fair.
What?
Seriously, I think Ben is getting the same images in his head as I am, that every time you put on that voice, he sees Yosemite Sam firing the 6-shooters. That's what I picture.
Darn it, boy.
Darn tooth.
Darnation, boy.
Pesky rabbits.
In all fairness, though, I live in the north. Nobody talks like that up here.
I live in the north. Nobody talks like that up here. Bang, bang, bang.
Them bloody southern devils.
I challenge you to a duel. Why? You're ahead of me in the queue.
The Confederacy's long gone, boy.
That's who he is. He's the cowboy fella from The Simpsons.
That's Texan
sound
millionaire.
like Doc Holliday from Tombstone. You're like, I beg to differ, sir. Madcap, where you going with that?
It's a pity groundskeeper Willie wasn't able to join us, but he had to work. Oh, fucking hell. So you've got the voice of the guy, you've got the voice of the millionaire Texan, and you've got the look of Otto the bus driver.
I don't watch the stupid fucking Simpsons. I have no idea who those people are.
And that's blasphemy.
Yeah, no, Simpsons is a good show, man.
Oh no, that show's been going on as long as I've been alive. They need to shut it down.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I say it's a good show. It was a brilliant show. but the later series are
Yeah,
a
it's
bit iffy.
good. It hasn't been as good. The writing hasn't been anywhere near as good since kind of the early 2000s.
Yeah,
90s Simpsons is always fucking epic.
yeah. To be fair.
Oh man, my buddy is texting me about the weird rantings being made by his weird anti-Semitic friend talking about the Jews and the termite kingdom. It's all, like I'm reading it all in Alex Jones's voice. It's all like, oh, it's the white genocide. We've got the documents.
What the fuck?
Now we get to know what Dr. Phil would sound like if he was a Texan.
1776 will commence again. Trying to take our firearms.
Tommy Lee Jones sounds like he's got a bit of a sore throat. Hey, weren't you that guy Gary Busey who was on Big Brother? Are you? Hey, it's me, Hulk Hogan, brother. Yeah, it's me, Hulk Hogan. You're Macho Man Randy Savage.
I'm in the danger zone. Yeah.
Hi, it's me. I'm Andre the Giant. I was born deaf.
Fucking hell.
Oh, fucking hell.
Anyway, should we wrap up this podcast because it's dragging on like.
Yeah, it's devolved into shit.
Shit. Our American President Nixon, yeah. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah, I've apparently turned into a gunslinger now, so we need to wrap her up.
Yeah, this is a good point. So yeah.
Claire with the hang up button. I could see about an hour of this being cut.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and wrap up like the next hour, like.
Trying to edit all this shit.
Anyway,
I'm looking forward to what the final product sounds like.
it will sound near enough the same because I'm too lazy to do a proper edit. So.
Oh,
That sounds good as well then.
You need to pour yourself a stiff glass of whiskey and then relive the horror as it occurred.
Oh, yeah, but it's one of them like I don't want to listen to my own voice for like 2 hours. Yeah,
Yeah, I understand.
So yeah.
Maybe kind of cut it after the point where Kev leaves because that's when it really went to shit.
I don't even know when Kev left. So I literally just saw the chat.
That should tell you something right there, Ben.
Yeah.
I for one think that when Kev left, things marginally improved. Because we don't have to deal with over just everything.
No, we don't have to listen to that, but what we have to listen to is put not our voices there like this. Cartoon rabbits. Shh, I'm hunting rabbits. I'm not even messing. I'm not going to be able to go to bed now without watching a Tommy Lee Jones movie and thinking of you.
I don't know where you're getting this from. I could be like, hey, Jeff, nice day we're having. And you'd be like, tarnation, boy. I cleaned my 6-shooter. I saw I got them desperados off my land.
Yeah, that really made me think that you don't sound like Yosemite Sam.
Barkeep, where's my whiskey, boy? I'm ready for a game of poker. How much for a poker? I ain't leaving
Jesus.
till I that poke.
Poor old Gene Hackman suffering from throat cancer
Oh shit.
at the moment.
Oh. So then,
Yeah, what's up, Doc? Oh man.
well then, let's wrap up there then on that note.
All right.
Yeah. So like, yeah. Cheers to everyone who tuned in to our podcast.
Viewer discretion. Viewer discretion.
Yeah,
advised.
viewer discretion. Well, it's a bit late for that, so sorry if you got fired for listening to this in the office.
Yeah, we probably should put in viewer discretion at the beginning of it. 18 plus.
Yeah,
fucking
and,
hell.
SFW.
yeah, and cheers to you guys for coming along and participating.
Oh, cheers, man.